Hi, good afternoon. My name is Marguerite Lovak, and I see all of you are already beginning to go ahead and scan that QR code. Let's see if we can get this to go away. It should just go away on its own. I am a Google Apps certified teacher and a Google Apps certified trainer. The QR code that you're looking at right here is going to be the same as the link that you see. It's going to take you to this presentation that I have, and it is shared with the world. So once you get out there and you go home, you can take a look at it. You can also follow along on your mobile devices if you'd like to follow along. You can reach me on Twitter. I am M. Lovak on Twitter and also on Google+. So a lot of people are really interested in becoming a Google Apps certified trainer. The first misconception that I want to clear up is that in order to become a Google Apps certified trainer, you do not have to be a Google Apps certified teacher. They're two completely different things. There are, all over the world, Google hosts Google certified teacher trainings, and you have to be accepted into those. You do not have to attend one of those in order to become a trainer. Becoming a Google certified trainer is a completely separate thing than the Google certified teacher. Becoming a Google Apps education EDU trainer, it's kind of like Google's official stamp of approval saying that they approve of the way that you present, they like your materials, they know that you have experience, and you have to prove that to them by go ahead and applying through their application. One of the things that you're going to have access to if you are accepted into the program is you get access to some of the Google Plus communities, like the Certified Trainer community, and you meet lots of people who are also certified trainers. And so you can ask questions that a lot of people don't really understand when you start talking to them. And you really need to get maybe on the back end of your Google Apps domain, or you need to be able to merge some of your G-Class folders or some of the extra things that you're going to be doing with Google. So what does it mean? How do I become a Google Apps certified trainer? The first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to have to take some certification exams. There are 6 exams. Each of those exams are $15 a piece. You can, if you scan the QR code, it's going to take you to the website where you start the exams. The exams are timed, and that kind of freaked me out because I'm not a really good time tester, but it really went fast. And the reason it went fast is because I studied. I went to the training center that Google has, and I went through all the different modules, and then I took the test. I also used eBoost Learning. It is in the Google Apps Marketplace, and so you can install that, and they have lots of videos that you can watch, and text also. But once you finish studying and you have 90 days to complete all the exams. So just in case you don't pass one of them, you can go back and you can retest. So just because you don't pass one doesn't mean that you're done. You can go back and you can retake it. Once you pass the test, you are what they consider a qualified individual. So in order to start the application process to become a certified trainer, you have to be a qualified individual. So you have to have already passed the exams. This is a link to the Google Apps Training Center. When you get to the training center, there's going to be a red message at the top that tells you that there's going to be a new set of exams beginning in July. Currently, if you went to go take these exams, they're on the old content, the way that Google used to work. And so what you're used to doing now in Google is not what the tests are going to be on. If I was you, I would wait just a couple of more weeks. The training center is being updated, and then I would apply to take my exams. If you are in Texas, and I'm not sure how this works anywhere else, but in our regional center in Region 20, they offer, through TCA, they offer training and testing. So we went there for 3 days. We trained with Monica Martinez. If you haven't, she's incredible. We learned together. She had a website that was all set up. We studied and we took the exams. And so for us, the group setting was really an incredible way to learn. I'm more of a group learner. So the other thing is that here's the Boost e-learning. It's like $20 a year, and I'm not here to promote them, but I did a lot of learning with that because I'm a video learner, and there were a lot of videos at Boost Learning. Now, Boost Learning does not have the back end of Google. So if you are if you're not a domain administrator, you probably need to talk to your school district or get a test domain through Google so you know how to work the back end. So you know how to set up organizations, sub-organizations, you know how to give permissions, you know how to, permissions through mail, give permissions for Google Plus, so you're not giving Google Plus to your children who are under 13 years of age. You need to also know how to manage some of that back end. It's not just on how do I use mail and how do I use sites. There are other pieces to it. But when you go to the Apps Training Center, the modules are there for you, and so that's a great place to learn. The certification application, again, this QR code will take you directly to that application. You are going to have to fill it out online. I went just because I wanted to make sure it was correct. I copied it, put it in a Word document, filled it all out on a Word document, and then I went back when I was ready and I copied and pasted it all in, and then I submitted it. So once you're online, you'll see that it is a process of answering some questions, and I'll go and I'll show you what I did here for my training. But you'll have to have the qualified individual status. You're going to have to complete a case study, kind of what you've been doing in your district already. You submit a 2-minute video, which that's where everyone's hang-up is. But if you go and you search in YouTube for Google Apps Certified Trainer applications, you'll see all of our videos because they have to be posted on YouTube. You have to also have evidence of your training. So what kind of training are you currently experiencing in your district that you're providing? What are you doing? What are the expectation once you receive that certification? You have to log 3 training events per quarter. You've got to stay up to date, which with Google, they're always sending you stuff. You're in a community with others they're always sharing their documents. You get access to all of the backgrounds for all of your presentations. There's just so much in this community that you're allowed to use and make your own. It's incredible. The other thing is you have to pass a single refresher exam every 12 months. I haven't had to do that yet. There's still, I guess with the changes with the exams changing, I'm not sure how often that's going to happen. All right, let me show you what I did for my application here is instead of turning in just the application online, I put everything on a website. And so I submitted the website for my application, my link to my website. It's going to ask you, why do you want to be a Google certified trainer? So I explained why I wanted to do that. And these questions are all in the links that I've sent you. So they're the same for everybody. Everyone has to answer these same questions. I also added in just some educational technology, a few of my beliefs, what I believe in. They ask you for a client overview. And this is all, you can copy and paste it and put it online. You put it all in there in the box when you're submitting it. But I also put the link so they could come here and take a look at it. For me, it was just so much more organizationally right for the way that I look at things. Then my training program, what is an example of a day of training? If I'm going to give training, then I went ahead and I embedded some of the videos that I use like to start my trainings off. And then I align my trainings with the SAMR model. Then what are the vocabulary? This is kind of what my day of training, if you were going to come to my class, so that you could always go back and look to see how this is going to fit in to what you're doing in the classroom or what you're doing as an administrator. I won't show you my video. It's really embarrassing. But I did move my district to Google, so we had deployment meetings, and I went ahead and embedded some of the notes and different things that we use for deployment. There was a timeline, and then I also sent out some surveys for each of the campuses to make sure that they were ready, or each campus was ready for us to move them over to Google. Then I created, how do we organize the back end of Google with multiple domains or multiple organizations? What's going to work with what? Those were just some of the things that I had done. So you have to kind of show off, what are you doing? What are the things that you've really been working hard on? You're only showing off to them. No one else is going to see this application. So you want to toot your own horn on this. This is something you want to make sure that you put out there and you say, this is what I've done. This is what people are seeing. Some of the training documents that I create and then I send out, we moved from First Class over to Google, thank goodness. And nothing against First Class, of course. But how did we do that? Some of it I did videos, some of it I did training documents. So put those out there. Let them see what you're doing. If you created some images that go along with, the documents that you're making, just make sure it's all on there. And then the other thing is going to be, I went ahead and showed them my Google Apps certified trainer test. This is what you're going to get once you pass your test. So to show that I was a certified individual. If you go to the website, you're going to get the presentation that is here. You're not going to be able to see all of everything that I put in all my answers. You're going to get to see this presentation. But if you have questions, feel free to contact me on Twitter. I'm also on Google+. At mlovak. I'll be more than happy to answer any of the questions that you might have, or if your district is a little iffy about moving to Google and you want some help with a little bit of a push, I will be more than happy to work with you and talk with you.